This is Dr. Mary Kathleen Figaro coming to you from the Endocrine Channel. If it's your first time tuning in, please be advised this is for educational purposes. If you have any specific complaints or concerns, discuss with a local endocrinologist. Today we'll talk about Lizzo, body positivity, and diabetes. As we all know, diabetes is a very serious disease that can affect Americans and affects over 30 million of them. In addition, we know that having higher BMI, having higher weight, makes you more likely to have diabetes. And that once diabetes starts, especially if it starts in someone older, many of the complications of diabetes happen to at least a third of the people with the disease, and they happen in 15 to 20 years after the disease starts. So the younger you have diabetes, the more likely you are to suffer the complications, and to suffer the complications early. So that's what we know about diabetes. We also know that African Americans are twice as likely to get diabetes as other ethnic groups. Taking these two facts into consideration, the idea of body positivity, and including women who are overweight, starts to be complicated. I think Lizzo is a wonderful artist, and I think that she has wonderful charisma, stage presence, talent, charm, everything you would ever hope in a performer. And when she talks about being body positive, I also applaud that. Women have for years been told that if they're not perfect, if they're not an hourglass figure, that they can't feel positive about their bodies. I think endocrinologists are part of the group of physicians who want to tell us something different, to tell us we're more than our BMIs, that we're more than just our disease risks. So I'm very pro body positivity. Saying that, I also want to think about this idea that if African Americans are twice as likely to have type 2 diabetes, and if having type 2 diabetes earlier in life will lead you to earlier complications, and at least a third of people will get the complications, and those are very severe. They include dialysis, amputations, losing your vision, having no sensory perception in your fingers and your toes. So if these are serious complications and they occur in people who have diabetes, which is twice as likely in African Americans and more likely if you start having diabetes earlier, how do we balance this idea with body positivity? While we are positive about bodies of all types, and we love ourselves, and we love ourselves as God loves us, we might say, how did we deal with the fact that having diabetes earlier is still more likely if our weight is higher? Well, I'm not sure I know the answer to this, and this is not a video to tell you the answer, but it's to start a conversation. The idea that we should love our bodies, however, we should think about how our rates of diabetes are higher and how to lower those possibilities. Thanks. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe below, and new videos every week.